Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Season 3 NRSL Universal Orlando Cup Series race number 3 here at Mosport for our first road course stop of the season and our first international stop of the season. Coming into this race, we've had quite an interesting two races where Kyle Keith won the Daytona 500 and Qualls nearly won the race at Phoenix, but just couldn't get enough. And Mason Powers ended up getting up his first career Cup Series victory. Now, history being made already in Mosport is international loves taking place as the Volkswagen Jetta has got their first ever pole of their NRSL career. So that's a big accomplishment from them. Let's see if they can win the race with Steven Pollard third on the pole. Michael Norman in second. Oops. Third, Kyle Keefe. Fourth, Devin Becker. Fifth is James Qualls. Sixth is Trent Dunham. Seventh is Anthony Ritchie. Eighth is Chris Washer. Ninth is Keith Batson. And completing the top 10 is Brody Talley. And look who's in 11th, Maserati right there, Joe Finesto. Remember, international tracks that could play helpful for Maserati, as here's the rest of your starting lineup here at Mosport. And on the final row, we have Jessica Shelton and Angel Navarro. So, Steven Pollard III's got a very tough task to try to see if Volkswagen can get their first ever victory in NRSL competition. They're in a battle between them and Maserati and Audi for foreign manufacturers to get their first victory. McCurry, even though he debuted last season, did not get a victory, as they gave the command to fire him up. Let's see who does not get going here at Mosport, and hopefully it won't be anyone at all, but if it happens, hopefully it especially doesn't happen to the leaders. And, oh, Anthony Ritchie is going to get held up. And someone else did, too. I think that was Christopher Harley. And yes, it was. Ritchie and Harley with issues. And this is really bunching up the field. Now they got to really get themselves back up to that pack, and they got to go quick. Batson's got to be hurrying there because looks like some cars will make it up to where they are supposed to start, I think. Nope, they won't. Okay. And, oh, Michael Norman into the pits! The 3 car with an issue. Green flag is out as Devin Becker is going to get the advantage coming into the corner. Oh my goodness, can trouble strike early? If you watched the Outback race, it was probably one of the most craziest races ever. And there were just crashes all over the place, especially the first 8 laps of the race. But we are clean here. Few cars going through the grass right there. Now Pollard III trying to hold on for second from Trent Dunham, who's trying to get it. Actually trying to get third from Kyle Keith. He's going to get third. Now Pollard III is going to slide it up a little bit. And now Becker's going to try to pull away. And Becker technically started in the fourth position. And Dunham goes on the grass. Pollard III, the pole setter, in second. Man, Harley, Ritchie, and Michael Norman. There he is. He's back out on track. Oh, and they're going all over the place here. Hopefully we don't have a wreck, but man, they're going all over the place here, just trying to just get through. Harley's come back out on track. Ritchie, is he out of the race? Is the 38? Yes, 38 of Ritchie with a clutch issue. And let's see. Oh, Carson Wallace Blazer and the 22 of Jay Barker. Oh, Nick Smith nearly getting turned. There they are sitting on pit road. Blazer and Barker. Spillman's off the pace. And Navarro, something must have happened to him. And look at that. Becker already up to Christopher Harley in the 14. Before I talk about Becker, because this is actually pretty bad where Becker is at. Getting held up by the 14. He's not a slow car. He's not damaged. He's just... Oh, wow, Becker. How about that? What a move. Oh, he goes to the sample. Look at the power when he's trying to use the high line to get around the 14. But here comes the 06 Apollo III trying to make a move. So it looks like... Oh, I think the 14 may get a good run. No, he's not. But I think what I was going to say, though, is that Becker, he's a... in the I hope I pronounced this correctly. If not, I apologize for this. He is a 5-time ACSS champion. Or not champion. Winner, excuse me. Oh, and Harley gets shoved off by Pollard the Third. And Pollard the Third is going to get into the tires. And Volkswagen chances of winning are over. Oh, and he comes back on the track and nearly takes out Cole Daly in the process. Harley back on pit road, but Becker is a 5-time winner. Let's see if he gets his first career Cup Series victory. He came close a few times last season. He's only had one career Outback Series victory, which was at California. So we'll see what will happen. Oh, Dollarton, or not Dollarton. Why do I keep saying Dollarton because of last season? But Brody Talley involved. Harley's got more damage on that 14. By the way, if I call out your name and I call out the last season's driver, please, I'm still getting used to last season's driver, so I apologize there. But other than that, a lot of people are running some colorful schemes right now as Pollard III is now being a nuisance to Jackie Tang. Pollard III, tough break for him. He's in 9th right now. And Onesto trying to hold on for 6 right there from the 48. Well, he's now going to go ahead of trying to battle his teammate in the 5 of the champion Chris Washer. Can't do it yet. Trent Dunn in the green Sega Sunchips car. Kyle Keith in the chrome Target. David Rivera USG Ford. Becker's running the Spy Plus Optics Wear car. Top Notch Designs Maserati running very well. There's Lamas's yellow and black. Well, black and gold or black and yellow, whatever way to call it. Low Scheme, who's trying to go underneath Onesto. Dally in the Angry Video Game Nerd car. There's Pollard III in the Jetta. There's Jackie Tang running the Buffalo Wild Wings car. Cool looking scheme here. There's Joshua Balk in the Mountain Dew Code Red. There's Poti running the Target car, the white and red. There's Qualls, 15th right now. Common 16th in the Panasonic car. Nice looking scheme. Seth Cole, one of his brand new schemes for 2014, he announced Bioshock Burial at Sea. There we go, I couldn't say it at first. Ian Dutta, one of the new cars for 20X Racing. The Hunt Brothers Pizza. Curry there. There's Demax and DJ Curtis. Demax in the Mobile 1 car. Black and red. Oh, Nick Smith winning the grass in with Tally. Spillman. Man, I'll tell you something. Spillman's not had the good start so far this season. He has not had the mojo like how he had last season. But, you know, you never know what can happen. I mean, something can get fixed and, like, Spillman could be back to where he is. And I was surprised, too, when we had Star Fox in the Daytona race. He didn't do very well at all whatsoever. And, you know, very much surprised me. Oh, what the hell were the 94 and the 10 doing on the grass? Sosnowski is running his one-off scheme. The Red Cell Batteries Ford. So far, we've been clean. Oh, Pollard III, more damage. And he's out of it. The Volkswagen Jetta is pretty much done. Oh, and the 5 car. That's Chris Washer, the champion. Something happened to them. But look at Joseph Onesto in the 5th spot is Maserati looking for their best finish of their career. And does not surprise me. The international tracks work in the favor for the international manufacturers. Anthony McCurry, he's running 19th right now. It's pretty decent, but you know what? Not as bad. A tough break for the Volkswagen Jetta. That is not what he needed. Michael Norman is quite a ways back. I don't think they're going to catch up to him unless like someone wrecks out and they apparently catch up to him there. But check it through the field. We got a battle right there between Commons and Qualls. Excuse me there. And another battle there. It's Joshua Balkin and the 11 of Matt Dalio. Balkin trying to get into the top 10, and he is going to do it. Tang trying to hunt down Kyle Miller. They're finally getting the good run. Man, whatever series he's been in of mine, this guy can't catch a break. Whatever happens to him, he gets involved in wrecks, and you know what? He's changing that right now. He's in 8th place right now. If he stays out of trouble, then he'll be pretty good to go. You got Hendrick drivers right here with each other, 6th and 7th. They saw one of their drivers, Washer, was up here, but got taken out from the Pollard III incident. Good Onesto all over David Rivera in the 17. He's right there with them. Going on board the Maserati here. And just showing you from what he's driving, what the look is. And, man, he's got that motive of he wants to pass. Because he is peeking all over the place on Rivera. Oh, and he's all over the bumper. Don't turn him. Don't turn Rivera. Oh, and here he goes. And Onesto goes into the tire barriers as well. And there goes Onesto. Volkswagen and Maserati are out of the race. Now, Anthony McCurry and Audi has got to be like smiling to see this there because that's the only other Ford manufacturer that's surviving. Man, and he was running 5th was Onesto, and that was not what he needed. Jackie Tang lost a spot right there to Kyle Miller right there. Trent Dunham, though, trying to hunt down the 79 Spy Optics wear car of Becker. Michael Norman, he's on that turn right there. He's nowhere close to where the leaders are. On board the 1. Trent Dunham, though, he's just not been having that mojo like how he's been at all in any of my series. The only mojo he had when he had it was the NSC T-Mobile Cup Series, where he had 3 wins in that season, but still didn't get that championship. But Trent Dunham, I think he's going to move that mojo to put it into the 1 car here and see if he can get the job done here. Not only with the win, but probably a championship, too. Let's see, Becker last time probably was 1.11 seconds back. I think that gap was definitely cleared. Oh, and definitely it was. 0.83 was the distance. At least 0.3 or 0.28, excuse me, was the distance now from the gap from last lap to now. And Dunham's lap was a 1:16.925. Becker's a 1:17.20. Yeah, Dunham's got a much faster car. But look at this though. Earnhardt Ganassi, or Earnhardt Ganassi, or Second Motorsports, whatever you want to call it. They got 2nd and 3rd right now. Solid day for them right now, though. Give them credit. Becker's got a lot to be worried there. And get this, though. Chevy is in the top 5, all of its drivers. The next manufacturer, Ford, is in 6th. And then the highest running Toyota is 7th. And then another Ford in 8th. Another Toyota 9th. And then another Chevy in the top 10. There's Mason Powers, our previous race winner. He is currently 18th right now in the State Water Heaters Chevrolet. Doing all right. Just trying to make sure he can stay out of trouble. He's been doing that, so good job for him. Battle for spot right there. That's Chris Louvier in the 98 Dogecoin car. And Anthony McCurry in the Rolex Audi. It looks like McCurry's going to get the advantage off the turn. And he is going to get that spot over Louvier. Oh, 0.107. Dunham lost ground, but who's got the faster car? It's a 31 of Dylan Potey. And get this, though. Becker is 9th fastest. Dunham was 4th fastest overall. And Kyle Keith was 5th fastest. And where was Dylan Potey where we saw him last time? He's in 12th right now. Very surprising, but he's got teammate Ian Detto right behind him. That's very good there. And Seth Cole, I thought I saw him in the top 20. Where is the Bioshock car? Could be wrong, though. Where is the 52? Oh, Seth is out of the race! What happened to Seth? What happened to Alex May? Speaking of which, did he retire out as well? Oh, no, he's in 25th. There's Spillman, Shelton, Navarro, again, coming back out on tracks. Charles Sanford in 29. As we are past halfway, let's see if Dunham has closed that gap. I think he had. Oh, he closed it even more. 0.4 nearly. Just gotta hope that 79 makes a mistake, though. Some hard race in the back between Sanford and Isaiah Bernique. Oh, Sanford's gonna hook the 18 and into the tire barrier, and Sanford keeps his car going. Bernique just got dumped. But a lot of gap, though, between these cars right here, which is not bad for these drivers, because as long as they're not wrecking, that's a good thing. And how about Sky Commons? Man, you know what? When we talked about him in Season 1, I think he was the cursed guy in the NRSL. now he's changing that around. So I don't think he's as cursed as he was before, which is a good thing. Let's go on board the Daytona 500 champion Kyle Keith and show you what it's like driving in the cockpit here. You can tell he's trying to get the draft of Trent Dunham, and Dunham's trying to get that draft of the 79 car. But Becker has led every lap but one, because technically they gave Pollard the third that lap, surprisingly. Basically, these guys don't mess up the corner, but Devin Becker does. They can catch up to Becker more and more. But Becker's running very well. 1.03. Yeah, Dunham's losing ground a little bit. Somewhere, though, Dunham's getting that run where he can catch up, though. There's Clint Spillman in the 10. Alex May trying to use the high line to pass. I think Spillman... Is he damaged? I don't know, is he? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. He's just not as fast. Here's some teammates right there. DeMax and Young. DeMax in 18th, Young 19th. They're working together. There's the teammates right there. DJ Curtis 16th, Mason Powers 17th. With the 10 of Spillman in 26. What about the 14? Oh yeah, Harley got taken out. 1 RPM car there. There's Norman for Michael Norman Motorsports. All the way in 30th. Sanford 29th for front row. The only guy that's there because Richie had a clutch issue. KSI not doing as well in 24th. In front of them is Bramian Fishers. Having a great season so far, but not running as well in 23rd. But hey, it's early in the season. Anything can happen. Ooh, and I thought the 99 to Walton was going to hook the 29 right there, but keeps it going. And we got 5 laps to go right now. And Dunham, it's been a swap of closing in on the 79 and then losing ground. It's been back and forth. But if I were Dunham, I'd make sure you gain whatever you can on that 79 car. Oh, and he did right there. As long as you don't hit the grass, that's all it needs to be worried. But I feel like Becker, as there's a pace car there, Becker's got a stronger car when it comes to the straightaways. But Dunham's got a stronger car when it comes to the turns, from what it looks like. Yeah, on this here, you use a lot of speed, and it comes into play here. So, this track is difficult to navigate through, but it is also fun as well. See if Dunham closed a little bit more. I don't think he did. Oh, he very slightly by 0.21. Ooh, Michael Norman all over Charles Sanford right there. Michael Norman's been all over Charles Sanford throughout this throughout the time, ever since Norman got up to Sanford a few laps ago. He's been all over that 34's bumper. Hopefully Norman doesn't take him out. Oh, Norman gets slides up the track there, nearly taking him out. Well, if we see both of them on pit road, we'll probably know why. But Trent Dunham, I think, is going to be the guy that is going to probably beat Devin Becker if possible. The Sun Chips Chevrolet out of Earnhardt Ganassi versus the Spy Optics Chevrolet out of Devin Becker Racing. And we said back in race 2 that there's going to be a few schemes that are going to be announced very soon this season, so it'll be very interesting. Speedco is only going to be raced for like a few races, but Spy Optics is going to be the main scheme to use for the 79. So it'll be very interesting to see how it will be. I think Dunham, he actually closed that gap a little bit more. I think he's like half a second behind. Yeah, he's like somewhere around there. But Dunham, those laps are winding down. We got 3 laps to go. If Dunham can get to the bumper of the 79, he can make a move, then you never know what could happen. Alex May, though, surviving right now in 28th. It's not a good run, but he's surviving, though. It's at least a good thing. Matt Dalio in 9th right now. Good job for the FedEx Toyota Camry. That's a solid run for him. Qualls, man, he's just been the guy that's been running so fast this whole time in the season. Out of 3 races so far. He is currently in 11th. A solid day for him. Dutta got around his teammate Poti for 12th. McCurry 14th. Louvier 15th. Great run for McCurry right now. As like they say, manufacturers internationally do very well on the international tracks. I don't think Dunham gained some ground on that 79. I think he lost us a tiny bit off that 79 there, but Dunham is running out of time, though. He needs something. Here we go to the final corner at the stripe. It will be 2 laps to go. It surprised me, too, is that no car launched themselves outside the track. So that was a surprising thing I've noticed this season. Oh, Norman fell back hard. I don't know what happened to him. Battle for position right there. It's the 15 of Fisher and the 99 of Walton. And looks like Walton, I think he's going to get it. As they're also battling behind between Shelton and Sosnowski. And yep, the 99 is going to get it. And it looks like Sosnowski's going to get around Shelton for 24th. Back up to the front, though. Dunham, he did lose ground. It was 0.58, now it's 0.64. And look at Kyle Keefe slowly coming up with the 1 car of Dunham. I think Dunham lost even more ground. If I were Keith, that would help Trent Dunham. I'd get the draft and push that 1 car up there. But I bet you Earnhardt Ganassi is going to be happy today with the 2nd and 3rd place finish if it's possible, though. Even though it's not the win, I bet they will take it, though. But at the stripe, it will be the white flag. Off the final turn. There it is. White flag displayed for Devin Becker. And Becker gained, Becker was, making sure Trent Dunham could not gain any ground, and he did that. Went from 0.6 to a 0.92, at least by 0.3, nearly, was Becker, getting that gap ahead of Trent Dunham. This is all Devin Becker's race. If something happens to 79, then that would be a tough break for him, but no issues whatsoever for that 79 car. It looks like he's got this in the bag. This is where Dunham can get really good runs. And, oh, he got a good run coming in there, but he's got to make this turn count. He slid just a tiny bit. Gained a lot of ground on that 79. He knows he's got to push that car because we're getting closer and we're going into the final 3 turns right here. Here we go to the final 3 turns of the track. And it's just a little too late for Trent Dunham. Here we go. There's 2 more turns. And now, on to the final corner. Devin Becker, no indication, is going to come up the final turn. Gets his first career Cup Series victory here at Mosport. What a day for the 79. Led every lap but 1. And he's going to come away with victory. Let's see if we can get some battles here. I saw one earlier. There it is. Young and Smith. And Young gets 19th. And Spillman and Alex May first spot. It's going to be Alex May over Spillman for 26th. Save for like the 28th. There it is, guys. It is official. Devin Becker is your winner. So it was Becker, Dunham, Keith, Daly, Lamas, Miller, Tang, Balkan, Dalio, and Commons, your top 10. Here's the rest. Length on down. Qualls, Dutta, Poti, McCurry, Curtis, Louvier, Powers, DeMax, Young, Smith, Austin Talley, Walton, Sosnowski, Shelton, Fisher, May, Spillman, Charles Sanford, Navarro, Norman, Bernique, Cole, Rivera, Onesto, Washer, Pollard III, Batson, Brody Talley, Barker, Blazer, Harley, and Ritchie. And that is your field. Let's go take a look at some of our incidents taking place at Mosport. Well, here was a minor incident that involved James Qualls in the 20. Now, obviously, these guys, when they come to this corner, they stack up big, especially in lap 1. The 16 of Brody Talley's just going to get the right corner of Qualls, the Panhandle Toyota Camry, and then just keeps on pushing the 20 till the car is around, and then watch the cars just stack up from here and just try to avoid this. A lot of them do a great job avoiding this, and it could have been a lot worse, but give these guys credit, though. Let's take a look at our next incident. Well, this looked like this was a battle for possibly the 26th position. Jay Barker is all over the Dairy Queen Toyota Camry of Tony Blazer and then just takes him out. And we've seen this a lot in the Outback race, and it doesn't surprise me seeing this happen in the Cup race, and even this early, too, because they were doing it quite often and early, too, in Outback, and then both drivers go into the tires right there, like, synchronously, too. That's very crazy. So that was our big wreck right there. Now let's check out our second one. Well, I hate to see Pollard the third see this happen. Gets held up by the 14 or probably lost a cylinder in that race. Goes into the 14. The 06 nearly has it saved. The 14 just gets taken out. Pollard the third goes into the grass, into the sand. It looks like he's going to be okay. He's slowing down in time. But then he just hits the tire right there. And then the crazy thing is I thought that Pollard the third was going to, like, go down to pit road and all that. But he doesn't. I don't know why. I don't think he, was committed. I don't think. Because right here, he's driving like he's going to go down. And he decides, just going to come back up. And nearly takes out Cold Alley right there. That was a very close call. So now let's look at our next incident. Oh, I forgot to show you this here. Brody Talley, we were wondering what happened to him with the damage that he got. Isaiah Bernique, after that sharp corner right there, coming into the left-hander right there, you're going to see it in the bottom of your screen. He just hooks the 16 and goes into the wall, and that's what happened to the 16 right there who got his damage. Well, we saw Batson retire the race, and I didn't even see him get involved before, but now we know what happened to him. Charles Sanford, he has not been making any friends also. He's going to hook the 46 House of Color car and just takes him out. And like I've mentioned it many times, this has been a key issue for these drivers to do that. And then the 46 goes into the tires right there. I think Sanford, he hits it as well, but does not retire the race. Yeah, very so slightly there. So kind of pull what Pollard the third did. And I believe the next incident would be involving Onesto and all that, but I want to be sure from here. Yeah, okay. Let's check the next incident. Well, this is what happened to Pollard the third and Washer, and man, Pollard the third, he did not have a great weekend whatsoever. Outback race, he wrecked out, early retiree, all kind of deal, but not making a good impact for Volkswagen, and worse, goes into the champion. Chris Washer just takes him out. That is so unfortunate right there. Man, Washer was just trying to turn that car left and unfortunately couldn't. And both the 06 and the 5, both into the tires right there, nearly synchro is on that moment there. But tough break right there for him. That was not what they needed, and Washer's got to be fumed about that. So now let's look at our next incident. This is what happened to the Ernesto Rivera incident. Ernesto just got a stronger car, and unfortunately just lost the patience to try to get around Rivera, so he just decides, I'm going to dump you. And that was not good for Maserati, because look at this. Head-on goes Rivera, and then the Maserati goes into the tires as well. The only international car that finished the race was Anthony McCurry, like we mentioned from before. That was look what happened to Onesto and to I know, sorry about that, David Rivera. Let's take a look at our next incident, if we have another one. Remember a while back I said about cars that didn't go on the outside of the track? Well, it happened. I didn't see it. And I kind of figured that the car returned was alright, and it was Isaiah Bernique. Man, few drivers not making any friends whatsoever. Seth Cole just gets turned right here by Isaiah in the 18 Snickers car. Kind of ironic because Seth does a Snickers Cup Series there, and that sponsor turned him. Bernique hits the wall right there, too. And Seth Cole goes outside the track right there. He's going to hit the fence, I think. Yep, he does. I figured. Very interesting right there. I believe we have another incident. If not, we will take you back to the finishing results. So we are back, and actually I checked there. That was all of our incidents taking place. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this race, be sure to give it a like, comment, leave your thoughts of the race, and to keep your eye for those that are in this series, subscribe to be part of the NRSL. You got to remember, guys, comment rule is only on these first 5 races. You got to comment on at least 2 of the 5. And if you have already, you're good to go for the rest of the season. So congratulations to that. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Till then, goodbye, everybody. And congrats one last time to Devin Becker on his first career Cup Series victory.